All right. I found an interesting article here from USA Today. It kind of brings up to light, I remember a couple weeks back, people were so upset about how much land Bill Gates owned. And I saw this article because I happened to look up how much land does Ted Turner own. Ted Turner, of course, owning TBS, TNT, had a stake in Cartoon Network for a bit, all sorts of other stuff. Basically, that Ted Turner, the one that used to be married to what's her name? Who cares? That old actress, the one that went to Vietnam, North Vietnam. Anyway, we're gonna go over this article. I think it's a interesting article to say the least. So I think we're gonna go over it here. It's gonna be a bit long, but we're gonna try to go through it here a bit. Kind of tells you something. So this is from 2019. So some of this may not be completely up to date, but yeah. Jeff Bezos and John Malone are among them, who owns the most land in the U.S. 3.5 million square miles. All told, the 50 individuals and heirs own over 31 million acres, or about 1.4% of the country's total land mass. Huh. And they have these little articles, and I guess they want links to these other articles, but yeah. Here's a look at the richest person in every state. I don't care about that. Okay, the Hadley family. Anheuser-Busch heirs, 260,000 acres, massive Diamond A ranch, which makes up a substantial part of New Mexico's southwestern tip. Lita family, a lot of these are West Texas. I was looking through these briefly, but a lot of these are out in West Texas, kind of in the, I imagine they go to Pecos, well, or, probably somewhere near Pecos. That was the city I was thinking of before. Anyway, Pecos, Texas, but yeah. Leaders are Texas cattle ranchers. Properties include the massive La Escalera, I'll just pronounce it like that, yeah, ranch in far west Texas. Galt family, Montana Fish Wild Game Commissioner. Oh, okay. Montana. And Marion. 4 6s. Oh, this is, yeah. If you live in Texas, the quadruple 6 ranch is a big thing in Texas. They have a lot of cowboys still on the payroll and everything else like that. Southern Panhandle. They're a big family. I'm just telling you, yeah, they're a big outfit. Lee family, sheep and cattle ranchers. They discovered uranium and coal on their property, western half of the state. Okay. Babbitt heirs, longtime Arizona cattle ranchers. A lot of cattle. This is mostly cattle ranchers and other stuff. But once we get further down, we're going to have like Ted Turner and folks that made their money and other things too. But yeah, oil and cattle. Killam family, Louisiana, Nebraska, Kansas, Arkansas, Texas, coconut. Don't worry, we're going to go faster. 1837, West Texas. All right. Faskin family, Canadian, West Texas. Let's see here, Florida. Bass family, Fort Worth. Oh, wait. Oh, no. He purchased. Yeah, he gave money to that. Okay. Yeah, that's him. What a goober. Yeah. Now, Texas Gulf Coast, they also in San Jose Island off the Texas Gulf Coast. Okay. Barta family, Nebraska. Sav RX, largest cattle ranching operations in Nebraska, own numerous properties throughout the northern eastern part of the state. Lano Partners Limited. Okay. We're just going through this list because this is very interesting to me. Like I say, 1.4% of the nation is owned by these folks. And I think that, you can go ahead and talk about, Bill Gates and whatnot all you want to, but this is a little more grounded, in my opinion, than all the videos and all the articles about, oh, Bill Gates, we have to be mad at Bill Gates. It's like, take it easy with the hate boner, It's like, if you want to be mad at somebody, aim your guns, not just at one person, There are other people too, yeah, it's 50 people on this list, but yeah. Size of Los Angeles, Utah, Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, Collins family, Pennsylvania, Stefan Soloviev, even though he lives in New York City, owns 325,000 acres. Malone Mitchell III, West Texas once again. Hunting Preserve. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and star this. This is fascinating to me. Hughes family, 390,000 acres. Wildcatter in Texas. Together, his family owns 390,000 acres. Holding family, size of Oklahoma City. Yellowstone National, just outside of Yellowstone National Park. Okay. Montana. Okay. Jeff Bezos is number 28 on this list. That tells you right there. There are 27 people that have more land than him, okay? All about perspective, once again. But the thing is, we always focus on, this is something that, I think that we all fall for. I've done it a little bit. To say, oh, well, it's just these, we have to be mad because they're the most widely seen and they affect people's lives more because obviously Amazon owns Twitch. So this is why people get so spurgy about it, Same thing with Bill Gates, but there are other people, such as Philip Anschutz in Wyoming and Colorado, 1/4 the size of Delaware. Fisher family, 440,000 acres of land, primarily timberland in northwestern California. Co-founded the clothing brand Gap. Interesting. Simplot family, potato farmer, who forged a deal with former CEO of McDonald's, supply the restaurant chain with French fries. Today, the Simplot family oversees $2.5 billion in farming. $1 billion farming operation and owns 443,000 acres, southern Idaho. Wow. McDonald family. Their land is used for probably a different McDonald's, I imagine, but it's kind of ironic that they do that. But yeah. Including sand. Their land is used for a range of resource extraction industries, including timber, sand, and gravel, and oil. If you're from Texas, you gotta say oil. D.R. Horton, Yosemite National Park, 2/3 the size of it. Fort Stockton, Texas. I've heard of that. Been a while. Huh. Alabama. There we go. Westervelt Heirs started a paper company in the late 1800s. The company, now known as Westervelt Company, has operations in renewable energy, lumber, and wildlife services. Westervelt's heirs own over 500,000 acres across Alabama, Mississippi, and Virginia. Huh. But it has to be put into perspective, though. That's half the size of Rhode Island, approximately. And once again, here, what do we got here? Florida. Let's see. We got Montana and Oregon. Louisiana. Kenneth Ford, Oregon. Peterfee from Hungary, 1965. Peterfee made a fortune. Successful investor and innovator on Wall Street, he became one of the largest landowners in the United States when he purchased 561,000 acres of land in northern Florida for $700 million in 2015. 7 times the size of Philly. The O'Connor family. Southern Texas. Patriarch owned 500,000 acres. Family fortune grew considerably when his son discovered oil on family land. Hammer family. West Virginia. Harvested hardwood timber for the land for 5 generations. Likes heirs. Florida. And West Texas. South Texas. Like I say, we're working our way down here. We're gonna slow down once we get to the number 10 here. Ferris, Oregon, Tennessee, and Texas. Pingree Airs, 830,000 acres, roughly equal to 2.5 times the size of Phoenix. Mostly in Maine, the Seven Islands Company and a lumber company. King Ranch Airs. King Ranch is also big in Texas. If you live in Texas, you're going to find people that have Fords. You know, they have the big Ford F-250s, which that used to mean something like it would carry like 2 tons or something, but that doesn't mean anything anymore. But they'll have King Ranch Edition, and they'll have, you know, the little badge that says King Ranch on it. So that's a fairly big thing. If you live in Texas, that's, you know, it's a very big thing. Same thing with Quadruple Six Ranch. It's a big thing in Texas. If you go outside, you know, the state, or go outside and travel around a bit more in the state of Texas, you will find, you know, King Ranch, 666 Ranch. These other ones are Quadruple Six, excuse me, 777. I know 777 is usually meant to word that away. So anyway, southern Texas, it spreads across 825,000 acres. Ranch spawned from land that was really originally purchased by Captain Richard King, 1853, passed down through generations. Peter Buck. All told, Buck owns 925,000 acres in Maine. Huh. Singleton family, 1.1 million acres. 3 times the size of Houston, mostly in New Mexico. The family owns 1.1 million acres of land. Also includes land in California. Brad Kelly. Much of Kelly's 1.2 million acres located in Kentucky. Irving family, 1.2 million acres. And as we put into perspective, I think that, I can't remember what it is offhand, but yeah. We'll put it back up to the top and we'll use that as context. Yeah, Irving family, 6th largest private landholder in the United States. In addition to 1.2 million acres, the family owns primarily in Maine. The Irvings also own some 1.9 million acres in Canada. Lumber, newspapers, and petrochemicals. Stan Kroenke, size of Prince Edward Island. Mogul and owner of LA Rams. Oh, really? Huh. 1.4 million acres of land in U.S., including 124,000 acre ranch in Montana and additional land in Wyoming. Kroenke is married to Ann Walton. Kroenke, Ann Walton, I imagine. Yeah, Walton, like Sam Walton. Ann Walton Kroenke, an heiress to the Walmart fortune. There you go. You have money, you marry someone with more money. That's usually the way it works. Like I say, apart from some folks who are like, I'm married for love. For the most part, they marry for money, you know, or for more money, and more to the point, power. But yeah, Reed family. Green Diamond Resource Company. The family's 1.7 million acres of land are primarily spread across Washington, Oregon, and California. Emerson family. 2.2 million acres. Emerson family owns and operates Sierra Pacific Industries, a company that logs usable lumber after forest fires and sells it to lumber retailers. Oh, one of those types. Okay. Well, I don't know, but through Sierra Pacific, the family owns some 2 million acres in California, Washington. Ted Turner. Here we go. Like I say, Ted Turner, CNN founder. Ted Turner owns 2 million acres of land. New Mexico, South Dakota, Nebraska, and Georgia. Much of Turner's land is used as grazing for over 50,000 head of buffalo, the largest private herd of bison in the world. And John Malone, largest private landowner in the United States. Malone made his fortune as a media tycoon, building the company Telecommunications Incorporated, or TCI, and what an original name, Telecommunications. Wow. Those were the days, huh? And acting as its CEO before selling it to AT&T for $50 billion in 1999. Malone's 2.2 million acres are largely located in Maine, New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming, include profitable cattle ranches. There you go. And to put it into perspective, let me make sure here that I see this, because I know that that is a lot. Let me see here. We're getting to this. Okay. Okay. For reference, 1 square mile is equal to 640 acres. Okay. So that's that kind of puts it in perspective, but still. So when you see this stuff, when folks talk about, you know, Bill Gates and everything else like that, it's important to put it in perspective. And like I say, 2019, I'm sure things have changed and, everything else like that, but it's all about perspective, right? You know? But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I happened to look up Ted Turner because I was thinking about it. How much land does he own? And I was just like, huh. And then this came up and I was like, dang gum. All that stuff that people were talking about with Bill Gates, and then suddenly you look at it, you're like, man, oh man, huh. So I'm going to go ahead and post this video here. I'm going to put a link. I'm going to put it in a pinned comment. We're just going to do it that way. So hopefully enjoy. See you later, and goodbye.